Geography, Chapter 2. The name of the chapter is Latitudes and Longitudes. Children, we have studied about these in previous class also. But in this chapter, we are going to get detailed information. Our Earth is a terrestrial planet. Children, all the inner planets are terrestrial planets. That is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Because all these planets are made up of silicate rocks or metals. That is why these are called terrestrial planets. Rest 4 planets are gaseous planets. They are bigger planet also. The Earth also has the highest density, the highest surface gravity, the fastest rotation and the strongest magnetic field. Now come to the shape of the Earth, students. The shape of the Earth is very close to that of a sphere, flattened along the axis from pole to pole, such that there is a bulge around the equator. See the cursor, students? So, it is flattened at the poles and bulge around the equator. Now, why is this bulge around the equator? Do you know? It is because of the rotation of the Earth in great speed. And because of this bulge at the equator, the diameter of this place means at the equator. The diameter at the equator is 43 kilometers larger than the diameter from pole to pole. Means the diameter at the equator is 43 kilometers larger than the diameter from pole to pole, North Pole and the South Pole. So equator is also called Great Circle. Moving forward towards the motion of the Earth. Students, the Earth has 2 motions, rotation and revolution. What is rotation? Rotation is the movement of the Earth on its axis. This rotation gives us day and night. Now, how much time the Earth takes to complete one rotation? It takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. Now, about revolution, students. What is revolution? Movement of the Earth. You can see in the picture of the Earth around the Sun is in an elliptical path called orbit is called revolution. Now, how much time our Earth takes to complete one revolution? It takes 365 days, which is equal to one complete year. Okay, this revolution of the Earth gives us seasonal change. Our Earth belongs to Milky Way galaxy. Our Earth also moves through the Milky Way along with the rest of the solar system. You can see in the picture, children. Our Earth also moves through the Milky Way along with the rest of the solar system. The Earth rotates on its axis, which is imaginary. The Earth's axis is tilted by 23.45 degrees. Because of the axial tilt of the Earth, the amount of sunlight reaching any given point on the surface varies over course of the year. Children, because of this tilt, you can see in the picture tilt, the Earth axis is tilted. Because of this tilt, different parts of the Earth receives different amount of sunlight over the course of the year. This results in the seasonal change. So, it is summer in the northern hemisphere. When North Pole is pointing, you can see pointing towards the sun. North Pole is pointing towards the sun, and the winter when the pole is pointing away. So when the pole is pointing away, it will be winter, and when the pole is pointing towards the sun, it will be summer. In summer days are longer, and in winter days are shorter. Children, when we have to locate a place or find the location of a place, what do we need? We must know its distance and direction from one place or the point. This point is called a reference point or basic point. For example, you can take, when you need to know the location of your school, you must know how much kilometer it is, in which direction it is, from where you are standing or from your home. So here your home or the place where you are standing is the reference point. Children, on our earth, no point or line are there in actual. All the lines you see on the globe are just imaginary. So for our convenience, we have taken these 2 points. You can see in the picture, North Pole and the South Pole as our reference point. So these 2 points, the North Pole and the South Pole, are taken as the reference point. The pole which indicates the pole star. The pole which indicates the pole star is called the North Pole, and the other is called the South Pole. So the pole which indicates the North Star is called the North Pole, and the other pole is called the South Pole. These 2 are the reference point. Now come to the equator. After we have got 2 reference points, North Pole and the South Pole, we got equator. What is equator then? Equator is an imaginary line that divides the earth into 2 equal halves, or we can say equal hemisphere. 2 equal hemispheres. It is equidistance. See in the picture, from both the poles, means from the North Pole and the South Pole. So the distance from the North Pole to the equator and South Pole to the equator are equal. The part of the earth which is towards the north, is of the equator is called the northern hemisphere. Okay, the part of the earth which is towards the south is called the southern hemisphere. Okay, while the equator divides the earth into northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, it is a prime meridian. At 0 degree. You can see the red line is the prime meridian. It is at 0 degree longitude, and the line of longitude just opposite to the prime meridian. It is not visible here. It is just opposite to the prime meridian. Near the international date line, it is at 180 degree. Okay, prime meridian is at 0 degree, and the opposite line just opposite to the prime meridian is the longitude at 180 degree. That divides the earth into eastern and the western hemisphere. See, this part is the eastern hemisphere, and this part is the western hemisphere. So children, as the equator divides the earth into the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, it is the prime meridian at 0 degree and the line of longitude which is just opposite to the prime meridian. at 180 degree longitude divides the earth into eastern and the western hemisphere. The eastern hemisphere consists of Europe, Africa, Asia and Australia, while the western hemisphere includes North and South America. Now, parallels and meridians. Parallels are another name for the lines of latitudes. You will notice that these lines do not come together anywhere on the globe. They do not meet each other. We call them parallels because they are always at equal distance. All the lines called parallels are at equal distance. The first parallel is the equator. So equator is the first parallel. It is latitude 0 degree. Latitude measures. It is latitude 0 degree latitude measures distance north and south from the equator. Parallels are lines that circle the globe. So, lines of parallels are also called parallels. Lines of latitudes are also called parallels. Do you know why? Because these lines never meet each other. They are always at equal distance. Equator is at 0 degree and called as the first parallel. These lines moves from east to west direction. Now, meridians. Meridians are lines of longitude. These lines are drawn on map and globes so that people can locate places. Meridians are lines that run from North Pole to the South Pole. Meridians are not parallel. They are not parallel. You can see in the picture, they come together at the poles. So they come together at the poles. You can see in the picture, North Pole and the South Pole. All the meridians are coming at the poles, and here also and here also. They number from the prime meridian to 180 west and from prime meridian to 180 east. These are meridians. These are lines of longitude. These are also imaginary lines which are drawn to locate places. These lines run from North Pole to South Pole, children, and these are not parallel because they all come together at the poles. You can see they are all coming at the pole. They are intersecting at North Pole and the South Pole. So these are not parallel to each other. We will see more about meridians in our next video, children. So this much about the meridians. Now again come to parallels or latitudes. Again come to parallels or latitudes. The latitude is an angle and is usually measured in degrees. The latitude of a location on the earth is the angular distance of that location south or north of the equator. So children, the latitude is an angle and is usually measured in degrees. The latitude of any point on the earth, it is angular distance. It is angular distance of that location, that point, either north or south. Either it is north or either it is south of the equator. It is an angular distance. It is an angular distance. Okay. So in simple words, you can say latitude is the angular distance south or north of the equator. The equator has a latitude of 0 degree. The North Pole has a latitude of 90 degree north and the South Pole has a latitude of 90 degree south. So look at the picture. Equator is at 0 degree, North Pole is at 90 degree and South Pole is at 90 degrees south. You can see 90 degree it is written. So in south it is called 90 degree south and in north it is called 90 degree north. Together, latitudes and longitudes can be used to specify any location on the globe. So, any place can be specified on the globe if we know the latitudes and longitudes of that place. Curves of constant latitude on the earth, that is running from east to west, are referred as the lines of latitude. Each line of latitude is actually a circle on the earth parallel to the equator. It is for this reason the lines of latitude are also called as circles of latitude or parallel. So these lines means latitudes are actually a circle on the earth parallel to the equator. These lines of latitude are also called as circle of latitude or parallels because of this reason, because they are parallel to each other. They never intersect at any place, any point. So these are called parallels or circles of latitudes. Means if it is given north, then that means it is in the northern hemisphere, and it is west is given, then it means it is in the western hemisphere. Beside the equator, there are other 4 lines of latitudes which we will study in our next video. So stay tuned, children.